Record here, sir.
Tej Hazarika, তেখেতো একমাত্ৰ পুত্ৰ আমাৰ ডক্টৰ ভূপেন হাজৰিকা একমাত্ৰ নাতিনীয়ে তথা আমাৰ tej Hazarika একমাত্ৰ পুত্ৰ তেখেতক ফুলাম নমস্কাৰ মই নিজে আৰু আমাৰ বিশিষ্ট গায়ক Tej Hazarika তেখেতৰ একমাত্ৰ পুত্ৰ
ডাৱৰ
হাজৰিকা তেখেতো ধুনীয়া গান গায় আৰু এখেতক আমি সন্মান জনাইছোঁ আমাৰ
She is beta of Chandan. Yeah.
Mrs. Chandan?
Yeah.
এইডোখৰতে মই যেনিবা অলপ কোনো ইনফৰ্মেল মোক কৈছোঁ আগতে হোৱাই নাই গতিকে 1902 চনতে এটা ট্ৰাষ্ট গঠন কৰা হৈছিলে তথাগতৰ ট্ৰাষ্ট বুলি এটা ট্ৰাষ্ট গঠন কৰা হৈছিলে ট্ৰাষ্টটো হ'ল আমাৰ বৌদ্ধ ধৰ্মৰ এটা বেকগ্ৰাউণ্ডত কৈছোঁ তাৰ বেকগ্ৰাউণ্ড
চক্ৰৱৰ্তী এইফালে চকী
মিচিং আৰু আমি সেই ট্ৰাষ্টৰ আণ্ডাৰতে স্কুল মানে এই বছৰৰ পৰা আমি আৰম্ভ কৰিছোঁ আৰু সেইটোকে গম পায় তেজাৰ লগত আমাৰ বহুত দিনৰ পৰা আমি যোগাযোগ এটা চলি আছিলে আৰু তেখেতে এই বছৰৰ যিটো ট্ৰেভেলিং প্লেন আমাৰ স্কুলখন যোৰহাটৰ এখন ট্ৰেভেলিং প্লেনত ভৰাই আছিলোঁ আৰু সেই সময়তে যোৰহাট যাব নোৱাৰিলে যদিও আমাৰ ইয়ালৈ তেখেতে আহিলে আজি বন্ধ গম পাই কালি বিচাৰি আজি অহা কথা আছিলে আৰু আমি তেখেতৰ লগত গৌৰৱভাৱে আমি কাছি হিচাপে আমি অনাৰ কৰিছোঁ অনাৰ কাছি হিচাপে আমি তেজা
গাই দিলে ভাল গাই দিয়ে
to Mr. Tej Hazarika, new USA, dear sir, we would like to extend our heartiest congratulations to you for your kind visit to our newly established school, Siddhartha. এতিয়া আমি চিনাকি পৰ্বটা দিওঁ all are well wishes. My uncle, administrative officer of this school. This is my relative brother, headmaster. Headmaster of I heard of you. Before one year before, he met you. Yes, at the school. Then he told me that I have met Hazarika Park, one of my then
I am Mr. Bhupen Hazarika. I am mission teacher of SSA, Subject Teacher of Indian Mission. Also, I have been reported that I have seen your photo also in the newspapers. Yes, So I think I'm really waiting for a kind of thanks so much. This is like
Librarian Lakhimpur Kendriya Mahavidyalaya.
Head of the Department of Education, Lakhimpur Kendriya Mahavidyalaya.
Guardian of Siddhartha. Member of my SMC.
I'm Kubur.
I'm Grace Borgo. I'm glad now.
Good fortune to come here this time with my son, to show him India. As you know, he was born in America, and now he's 15 years old. And
Pardon?
He's 15 years old. And I wanted him to make some contact with his grandfather, my father, and myself also. And for many years I've been interested in Buddhism, and I'm a Buddhist myself. And I have Tibetan Buddhist friends here, and I also came to meet them. And on this occasion, I'm very glad to be able to be here today to see the beginning of a school, which I'm sure will grow stronger in its practical and theoretical foundation, and that my wish and prayer and whatever help that I can give will be to make it possible for the young children to get a good education and training in their inner foundation to allow them to be leaders. And I really believe that, you know, if in the middle of in a group of 1,000 or 5,000 people, if 1, 2, 3 people can get the foundation through and the vision and the strength to carry forward a good idea, and it can affect a lot of people. And I really believe that you know, life can improve, the quality of life can improve for everybody in the future. But you know, education is really the basis of that. And underneath education, I think positive ideas, good ideas that are beneficial for self and others are the engine that can make this dream a reality, basically. It's not easy. It's not easy here, it's not easy there, just because there's a lot of money and wealth. And post-production doesn't make life easier there. In fact, in some ways, it becomes even difficult. So life is hard everywhere. The fact that everybody's talking about India is now rising up as an economical power. They have nuclear weapons and submarines and Infosys and you know, all kinds of things are going on. But you know, the fact of the matter, we know, is that the majority of the Indian people are living in rural areas. They have very few resources. They have poor education and lack of facilities. And actually, you know, the path for India is like, there's a lot of obstacles and many things that need to be done in order before they can start calling themselves a world power. We know even in China, you know, they've expanded like this. But in the rural areas, you know, there's a majority of the people that don't have any services, and that's why I'm here. I like to support anybody who tries to support their own people from where they came from to change the quality of life here. I also believe that as I follow the principle of the Buddha's teaching and the Mahayana principle especially, which is very strong on the idea that there is no individual self-liberation until everybody else is liberated. So the freedom and quality of life in the world is like self and others go together. You know, if you just do it for yourself, then it's going to make you Buddha, but so what? Everybody else is still in the same place. So I feel strongly about the idea of the Mahayana principle, which is that there's no liberation for self until everybody else is liberated. So this allows an individual to follow a path where one doesn't forget the other person. That everything we do, the motivation for that should be to improve life for somebody else. So if you know something you've understood that makes life a little bit better for you, it's useless unless you inform the other person, especially children, because you know, quite everybody knows that, you know, every individual is a very valuable, is a very precious entity. Each individual is precious. Yeah. Every individual has within them, you know, what we call it the Hazarika, which is more powerful than any computer that anybody can ever make. It's more powerful than any nuclear reactor. It's more powerful than any missile that anybody can make, as you know. But inside us is the capacity for great good and great badness. But we have the freedom to think and choose the direction that we want to go in. That's what I believe. And I also, I believe strongly, and this is not my idea, I learned from my elders, I learned from my teachers, and teachers in the past have explained very carefully, and if you study carefully the teachings of the Buddha, the teachings of Mahayana, they'll tell you that anything positive that you do now, the results are infinite in the future, now and in the future.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that we need to remember the laws of karma are very strong. If you think that you can do something and not have a corresponding result, then you're not in touch with reality. Very definitely, for every action, there's a corresponding reaction. So if we put our minds to use and our energies to use to do something positive like that, the thing will accumulate.